All right, so we're going to take our little square that we folded in half. It's the same size as the other one, and we folded it in half. And we're going to make a almost square. Stop it, turn it. Every time you get to the end, you're going to stop it and turn it. Now we're not going to go all the way to the end because we want to be able to turn it right side out. So I'm going to stop right there and halfway. Pull it out, and we're going to turn it inside out. This way the seams don't show, and it makes a nice holder for the filter. So put that all the way in there. Turn it right side out. I usually have a volunteer do this for you while you continue to sew. Somebody who doesn't sew and wants to help can turn these pockets inside out, because we made the whole batch of pockets in one swoop and doing things in stages. So that worked out real well. So there's your pocket for the filter. I can use my ripper to try to get the rest of it pulled out so it's nice and square, fit the filter. The filters are listed online, 7 inches by 3.5 inches. Okay, so there's your square. Now, to make this square even more sturdy for the filter, we're going to run this through the machine one more time on the right side of the fabric. And this time we're going to go all the way around because we've already turned it right side out. So again, when you get to the end, lift it up and turn it. Get to the end, stop, turn it. Stop and turn it. This is the last one. Lock your edges so they don't unravel. Cut all your strings off. This part will show on their mask. All right, so now you're going to take the piece, this faces their face, and you're going to put that, center that right on top of that contrasting fabric, and we're going to sew the filter holder onto the backing, but we're going to leave open the side for the filter to slide in. So I'm only going to go around 3 sides. Again, lock the stitches. Stop near the end. And you're just going over top of the other stitches. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as the filter fits in there. So my last side. So now you have, after you cut off all your strings, this is the back where your filter slides in. So here's a place for the filter, it goes right in there. All right, so now we're going to put our extra protection. So we're going to take our right side of the fabric with the pocket on it. We're going to turn our pretty little fabric upside down, so it's facing upside down. And then we're going to put the protection that you get, the cheesecloth or any kind of woven fabric that lets air through but not particles. Put that on top. And we're going to go and we're going to sew this on, all 3 pieces together. And we're going to have our elastic standing by, because this is where we're going to put the elastic on. So we're in the middle of it. We're going to start in the middle. We're going to lock our stitches. And we're going to sew down to the end. And this is where we're going to put our needle into the fabric, lift up the foot, and put in a piece of elastic on the narrow end put it in there catacorner, so you can see that. Come around this way, you can see that it's in there. So I have my elastic in there, and now I'm going to sew over top of the elastic and then lock my stitches. Okay, and now I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to have my elastic nice and handy there. I'm going to put it out of the way, and I'm going to continue to go down to the bottom. It doesn't matter if you hit the filter or not, it's going to be in between two pieces of fabric. So I want to stop just before I get to the end. I want to flip this and reach in and grab my elastic and put the other side of the ear elastic on the other side. Put the two pieces together. And just hold it with your finger. I don't use pins or anything, I just hold it with my fingers. And we want to sew over top of the elastic to attach it to the fabric. And I go back over to lock it so it stays in place, because that gets a lot of wear. So now I'm going to turn it around again. I'm going to sew it all the way down, almost down to the bottom. I'm going to stop just before the end again so I can put in my elastic. So here's my second piece, because this is my second whole ear. Slide that in there. Again, put your elastic in candy quarter like that on a diagonal. Sew over it, lock it in place, turn, put your foot down, grab it to the end, lock her in. Then we're going to turn it again. Now this time I got to leave a little opening, so I'm just going to go a little bit and lock this in and make sure I give myself enough room to flip this all inside out. Okay, so I'm going to stick my hands in there. Again, this is another good job for a volunteer that doesn't sew. They can stick their fingers in there and turn this right side out. Oops, must have missed my elastic. So I'm going to have to go back in there and stick that in there. To missed a corner somehow. So that goes like that. My corner, I'm going to open this up and stick that in there again. So again, this isn't perfect. It should have went perfectly, but it's actually the first one I missed today. Made 40 of these and didn't miss an elastic except for today. I'm showing this one. Put that in there. I'm going to lock that up. Shouldn't happen to you, so hopefully your elastic stays in there nice and tight. So I just locked that in there. So this is what it should look like. Hopefully you didn't have to do that extra step. And there's going to be that little opening where you turned it inside out, and that'll be there. You'll close that up later. So this will be the hardest part of everything that you'll do. You want to get some pins. You'll need 6 pins, and you'll save them. You'll use them each time you do it. You're going to make 3 pleats by folding up the bottom. You're going to stick your finger in there like that and fold that up. And make sure you put the pin in with the pointy side facing the elastic so you don't sew over your ball of your pin. So you want to make 3 of these little pleats, and this is what keeps the mask tight to the face and doesn't allow anything to get inside. So that's 3 folds that you have. Here's your little pocket for your filter. And then you have 3 folds here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Make sure they're all going in the same direction. So these are going up, and these will also go up. Stick my finger in there, make another pleat. Remove this pin so I don't hit my pin, the machine. Do one more. Again, this is the most difficult part of the whole job, is putting these 3 pleats in, but they're really important. You really shouldn't skip this step. This one didn't go as planned, so I'm going to go back and make this one a little smaller. If you can't get them all in, you want to go back in and go a little smaller. That'll help you get in. Get the 3 pleats in if you make them a little bit smaller. So this one I'll make smaller. That way I'll get my 3rd one in better. So again, I've done about 40 of these today, and I'm still, working with the pleats and trying to get them perfect as best I can. There's the 3rd pleat. All right, so now you're going to sew across here. And you want to try to remove your pins as you're going across. This is why we put the pins in facing the elastic, so that way if you do hit them, it won't hopefully break your needle. But I'm going to try to remove them as I can. So anytime you start, you want to lock. So you want to go over your pleats. Take out the pin as you go along. Here's my 2nd pin. Like I said, you'll need 6 pins. Sometimes you lift your foot up and it's easier to get over the pleat. Go down to the bottom. Lift up your foot so you can turn it. And you're going to follow along the edge. Close to the edge as you can possibly get. And you're going to frame the whole nail from the bottom. So you get to your next set of pleats. Stop, and I'm going to turn. I'm going to go over my next set of pleats on the other side, taking out my pins as I go along. I don't break the needle. The last pin. Now I'm going to do the other side, and this is the side that was open where we turned it inside out. So we want to make sure that this gets nice and closed, so make sure that's all tucked in. Get as close to the edge as you can. Now you have to go over the whole thing twice. This is really important because it makes it, this is what gives it the stability so they can be washed. So you do everything twice. You can try to go over the stitches in the exact same spot. So it looks nice, but it's not necessary. I understand humans helping them out, so we're trying to do these as fast as we can. So every corner you want to lift up your foot and turn. And lift up my foot again and turn. Stitch, and then cut off your strings, and you've made your first mask. So you have your room for your filter. There's a white piece of paper that says filter there. I made a sample. This is what the filter, I made the exact amount that the filter is, just to assure that the filter fits in there. So when they order their filter, it's going to be this size, and they're going to slide them in there like that, and they're disposable, and they can last up to a week. And then they get their charcoal, and they'll get another one. So we ordered 100 of them online, so we'll be giving them out to everybody for free. But there's their filter holder. And this is, again, the inside of the mask so that they're always protected. And the outside, so they put it over their face like this, around their ears, over their nose, And see the pleats on the side? These are very important, these pleats here, that keeps it close and keeps everything nice and tight under their chin and on their nose. And so you've made your first mask.